Well, that didn't last long, did it? Oh boy. I was like, yeah, I'm done. No, I'm not done. I'm not done. I haven't even read this yet. I saw it and I was like, oh, where's my laptop at? Gotta read this with my people. Okay. I'm so glad you guys are back again. Thanks. Thank you for you like my introduction? Thank you. All right, so I think that this story is very telling. I saw the title and I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Ready? So a little story time with AZ, okay? Okay, the Daily Mail, which I don't know, man. The Daily Mail over in the UK, I don't know how these people, I don't know what kind of money they have, what they do. They are always, with the breaking news, man. It's just like every case, I feel like they get the scoop one way or another. The Daily Mail got some people working that are super sleuths or something, man. I don't know what they contact the people. Like, remember the Cash Gernon case? Remember Cash Gernon, that little boy, bless his soul? He was killed in the streets of Texas. Remember Monica, that Methy McMetherson freaking lady who took care of him? Remember how they had her interview looking all cracked out? Remember that? Daily Mail, I don't know how they do it, but they do it, okay? So, let's read it. Okay, let me clear my voice. Exclusive. Best friend of Gabby Petito claims Brian Laundrie had jealousy and control issues and even stole her ID once to stop her from going out dancing at a bar and made her delete a tracking app so her pal could always locate her. Wow, that's just the title. That's just the title, right? He wouldn't let his girl go dancing, not one of those. Oh, not one of those. That insecure little boy would not let his girl go dancing. Are you kidding me, right? Okay. All right, let's see. So, I'm sorry. I got to take my eyes off the chat for a minute while I read this, So, bear with me here. If I miss your comment, my apologies. Yo, the Daily Mail has so many pop-ups, I can't even deal with it. All right, I'm going to read it from my phone because this is insane. Like, if I go to it on my laptop, it's like boom, 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 pop up after pop up, like it's like 1990 or something. Okay, Daily Mail got to make that money so they can have prime stalker money or whatever. So, okay, shut up, Easy. Read the story. Okay, Gabby Petito's best friend Rose Davis has claimed that her fiance Brian Laundrie, I always want to say Landry, but it's Laundrie. Brian Laundrie, 23, was jealous and a controlling partner in their relationship. In an interview with the Daily Mail Friday, so today, this happened today, the 21-year-old recalled one occasion in which he allegedly stole Gabby's ID so she couldn't go out with her friend Rose to the bar. He stole her ID. Wow. And I quote, Brian didn't want her to go out with me, so he took it, she said. She was hysterical, meaning Gabby. She told me she slapped him or something about him pushing her. Ooh. Vlad read the story already. Let's read that one more time. Brian didn't want her to go out with me, so he took it. She was hysterical. Oh, sound familiar? Okay. She told me she slapped him and something about him pushing her. Oh boy. There's been problems in paradise, eh? Okay, Rose, who's from Sarasota, said she met Gabby early last year on Bumble. Bumble BFF. I don't know what that is, but it sounds really important. Bumble BFF. What is this, like a dating app for BFFs or something? You go get yourself a BFF on this app? I don't know. I'm just guessing, okay? Bumble BFF sounds like a best friend app, okay? All right, and they began hanging out with the couple at their home in Northport, okay? So Rose started going over to their home in Northport, all right? She said Laundrie came off as sweet and caring guy, but was always worried that Gabby was going to leave him and later tried to stop them from hanging out. Quote, I'm her only friend in Florida to my knowledge, and that's not because she can't make friends. He just didn't want her to have friends, she said. The two were so close, they even shared their locations. Gabby and her friend Rose, they shared their locations. So the two were so close, they even shared their locations with each other through an iPhone app. But when Laundrie found out, he made Gabby delete it. Really? Really? And it shows a picture of the girl. Here, I'll scroll over to the toxic ass website, Daily Mail, with their freaking spam all popping up here. Add this, add that. Yeah. Okay. That's her. Oh, there's a video. I'll watch the video after. She kind of resembles her. They have like the same hair and everything. All right. It says, okay. The fiance, a missing van life woman, Gabby Petito, presents himself as a sweet and caring guy, but he's actually jealous and controlling, her friend claims. So, yep. He hid Gabby's ID once so she couldn't meet up with her at a bar, triggering a violent episode similar to the one that police investigated weeks before her disappearance. Okay. Very similar, like I said. Yep. Wow. Brian took her ID just so she wouldn't be able to come out with me, she told the Daily Mail. He's got these jealousy issues, and he struggles from what Gabby called these, quote, episodes where he would hear things and hear voices and couldn't sleep. What? Yo, Gabby told her friend Rose that Brian heard voices and heard things and he couldn't sleep. Now, if you saw my video from earlier today, right? That girl who picked Brian up hitchhiking, she said he was kind of weird. She's like, he wanted to go to Jackson, and then he was like, wait, we're going to Jackson, I need to get out. Like, remember how she kind of gave off the vibe that Brian was being a freaking creepy McCreep stuff? Well, Rose, her friend here, Rose said Gabby told her, and you know, girls, we tell our best friends everything, right? Everything. So the fact she told her friend Rose that homeboy was hearing things and couldn't sleep and heard voices and blah blah blah, that's so telling. So telling, right? Wow. Gabby had to stay at my house a bunch of times because she just needed to breathe and didn't want to go home to him. Ooh. She needed to breathe and didn't want to go home to him. Wow. Okay. So, Brian was traveling with Gabby out west. Yep, we know that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and then it shows some cute pictures of her dancing and being silly with her bestie. Rose, who lives in Sarasota, a half hour away from Gabby and Brian's home in Northport, said she last spoke to Gabby in early August and was planning to meet her in Wyoming's Yellowstone National Park in September. The cops determined Petito was the, quote, primary aggressor and say they were separating the couple. Yep. Okay, so when I saw that Brian was back from the trip, that he was so the friend must have been the one to see that Brian was back. So she said, when I saw that Brian was back from the trip, that was the first thing that popped into my mind, that Brian had one of his episodes, and I was just hoping he didn't have a snapping moment, Rose said. Ooh, Rose lives in Sarasota, yup. Planning to meet her, yep. I don't know why the Daily Mail does that. They tell you the story and then they repeat it in bullet points. Like, what up, Daily Mail? Come on, man. No wonder why it says it's a 14-minute read, because they just repeat the same shit over and over. But okay, so Rose had even asked her boss for days off to take the trip to meet them. They were planning to meet up on a specific time on August. They were planning to lock in a specific date on August 29th. Oh my God, so August 29th was Rose's birthday, and Gabby never called her. You guys, that's her bestie. Yo, that's when, this is crazy, because August 29th is when everybody's saying like that something bad must have happened, right? Because that's kind of when she dropped off the face of the earth. So Rose said that Gabby was supposed to call her on that day to lock in the plans, right? But she never called. Not only did she never call to lock in the plans, she never called to say happy birthday to her bestie. That's not suspicious, right? That's not good. Okay, so the next day, Gabby's mother, Nicole Schmidt, received a text message from her daughter's phone with a confusing message saying no service in Yosemite. And that's weird because, that's not where they were. So Yosemite, I said Yosemite. There I go, messing up words again. Yosemite is about 800 miles from the Grand Teton National Park, right? That's really far away, okay? I don't think they ever made it to Yosemite, but, you know, that's just me. All right, so Gabby's mother told Daily Mail that she's certain that her daughter didn't send the last message suggesting that it could have come from Brian, possibly to distract her from the whereabouts, right? Because from everything we've heard and understood and learned, right, the last place that they were seen was the Grand Teton, right? And that's not where Yosemite is. It's 800 miles away. There's no way that they made it that way and that Brian would have made it back by the first. Every single thing about this story is just wild. It makes no sense. That's crazy. Okay, so Rose said that she met Gabby early last year on Bumble BFF, a meeting app for friends, and they instantly hit it off. Okay, so Bumble BFF is a meeting app for friends. Definitely. Rose also shared a photo of herself with Gabby before her best friend vanished, and then there's photos of Rose looking like she's crying. Like I said, I'm not even going to use it on this screen because, well, actually, I'll play the video. I'll leave it up there. Their Daily Mail's website is a freaking minefield of just data mining, probably. I don't even know what they do, but there are so many pop-ups. Yikes. Okay, Rose spoke animatedly and cheerfully about her friendship with Gabby, sharing photos of them together, but began to break down as soon as Brian. She appealed to Brian to talk to cops about. Oh, she tried to plead with Brian to talk to the cops. Officers left Shayna. Okay, thank you. She was pleading with Brian to talk to the police. Yeah, and then it goes on about to repeat themselves about the same thing. They took her ID, wouldn't let her go to the bar. She had it. Okay, neither of us had any friends, Rose said as she was laughing. She had texted me saying, "You seem so cool. I really want to be your friend. Can we be friends?" And I was like, "Yes, I'd be happy to be your friend." Oh, so cute. We just went everywhere together, Rose said. Gabby, who worked last year at Taco Bell and then took a job at a smoothie place, would sometimes join Rose when she was working her delivering pizza job. Okay, so Gabby worked at Taco Bell and a smoothie place. Now the smoothie place is interesting, right? Because Brian's parents have businesses registered as juicing businesses. Like they own like juicing LLC businesses and stuff. You know what I mean? So that makes sense that she worked at a smoothie place. I wonder if it's connected. Just saying. So she worked at Taco Bell, worked there. Rose got to know Brian early on when she'd visit their home in Northport. So Rose would go to their house, the same house we've been looking at for the past couple hours. She said, "I used to consider him a friend for sure because I'd hang out with them for a good amount." So she hung out a lot. "He had his composure as a sweet, nice, caring guy, but you could tell he was a little off, a little weird. Like, he'd set up our hammocks and we'd go to the beach, but he wouldn't sit with us, which I found bizarre." Brian has a jealousy issue, and you figure he would sit with you if he had a jealousy issue, but Brian has a jealousy issue, Rose said. "I'm her only friend in Florida to my knowledge, and that's not because she can't make friends, it's because he did not want her to have friends. Rose and Gabby were so close, they share their locations." Why does the frickin' Daily Mail repeat everything? Okay, so she got rid of the location app, right? And she told Rose that, Brian did it, whatever. And then Gabby said, "I didn't push the issue because I didn't want to cause an argument with him," she said. "He was always worried she was going to leave him," she added. "It was a constant thing to try to get us to stop hanging out." Ooh, she tried to get them to stop hanging out. That's pretty bad. It's pretty bad when you're a guy and you don't even want your girlfriend hanging out with other girls. Like, you gotta be a psycho. Like, guys, okay, well, all right, maybe, but like somebody she's just friends with, like, why? It that I'm telling you right now, the craziest stories like this, they happen all the time, but it happens so frequently to like the 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, that whole group of like men they can get really like crazy, just jealous, possessive. All men can, but like that specific group, they're really immature. They're, it's like, I'm not surprised to hear this. I'm really not surprised to hear this. I can't even believe it. Like her poor friend must be like, what the hell, She didn't call her on her birthday. That's so sad. So yeah, she was supposed to call her August 29th, never called her. But it's bad when you can't even go out with your friends like this. I'm telling you, man, the more we hear about this dude, the more I'm just like, yeah, something's up, dude. Something's up, Something is up. And I really hope someone in Emily D. Baker's chat just said the cops took the boyfriend from the home. No. I mean, unless it literally just happened, I doubt it. But they kept reiterating that they weren't there to talk to Brian. The parents called the police and asked to speak to them. The police were in their house like forever, at least for a couple hours. And they kept going in and out with paper bags. So we're hoping that they were collecting evidence, right? And not only were they going in and out with paper bags, but the laundry parents, the dirty laundry people must have just gave them permission to go in their Mustang car out in the driveway because the cops went in their car, right? What it was for, we don't know. Could it have been for a charger or medication or whatever? Yeah. But could it have been for perhaps Gabby's cell phone? I hope so, because they can't find Gabby's cell phone, and that's a key piece of information, right? I highly doubt that he would take it with him. I mean, who knows? Criminals do weird things, Yeah, I don't even think he's at the house. People speculate on he's in Tampa, he's there, but I don't think anybody like really. I'm sure the police know where he is because they probably know everything, but like, I don't think he was there. I mean, I just wonder who he's with because everybody knows about this case, right? And he probably, from the sounds of it, especially after hearing this story about her best friend, I doubt the dude has any friends. I doubt that any adults or family members of the parents would want him there. So like, it really makes you think like, where is he, But let's watch this video of her friend here. Okay. There might be an ad that comes up first. Dude, stupid pop-up stuff. Okay, let's go.
The all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee L is at Elmwood Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. The first ever three-row Grand Cherokee features a spacious interior, a new sculpted exterior, advanced safety and security, and the most available technology features in its class. And this month during Jeep Adventure Days, lease the all.
Rose, how did you meet Gabby?
Roughly 2 years ago, I got a message on Bumble for friends, and it was, you seem so cool. I want to be your friend. Can we be friends? And I was like, of course. And from there, we started hanging out every day. And kind of weird to say I met her on Bumble for friends. People always laughed at us for that. But hey, glad she came into my life.
And how was your friendship? What did you do?
Well, our favorite thing was this ice cream shop that unfortunately I just found out yesterday closed down. But that was our first go-to. And then other than that, we were pretty like just kind of chilling all the time, just. Cheering me up, It's human, because everywhere she went, just always cheering me up,
And how soon after you first met her did you meet Brian?
It was about the second time we hung out. I went over to her house, either second or third time, and he was hanging out there, and that's when I first met him.
What was their relationship? Or what is their relationship?
Thank you. On the outside, he's very charismatic, so it seems very loving, and there's no doubt in my mind that she loves him, and I know that, and from how I've always seen it, he loves her. Of course, like any relationship, there was arguments, and she would come stay at my house when there was arguments just to get away from it, and I didn't ask most questions because if she wanted to tell me, she could tell me,
How many times did she come and stay with you over a month?
I couldn't give a number, but I mean, Within the first year, I mean, I want to say at least 7 to 10 times.
Do you remember any one particular incident that you were particularly upset about?
Yeah, well, we were supposed to go line dancing. It was ladies' night. And her drive is about 30 minutes to me. And halfway there, she realized her ID was missing. And so it caused a really big argument because Brian just didn't want her to go out. And it was a jealousy issue. And it caused a huge argument between them. And she came over and cried and just talked to me about what happened and told me all that she was comfortable telling me.
Did you feel that their relationship was getting more problematic?
I do believe that their relationship, as they kept going on, was getting a little, problematic. I mean, just seemed like there was more and more arguments, and everything she did, I feel like, he thought was wrong. And even as she said in the body cam, he didn't even support her with her blog, which that's not what a fiance or boyfriend does. They support you with anything you want to do. And that in itself, made me feel like it just continued to get worse.
Brian is not talking to the police. What's your message?
I just wish him and his family would realize how serious it is. And my friend's life is at stake. And I would really just appreciate it if he would speak up. And he saw her last. If he says something, he has more information. Even just one little thing gives us a place to start. I just wish he'd say something. If anybody knows or sees any information or thinks they have any information, please say something. We're relying on you to say something. That's all we can do right now is hope that people say something. I want to find my friend.
Aww. God damn, that was loud. All right. So sad, right? So sad. So all these protesters are out there harassing an empty house. No, the parents are there. The parents are there. The parents are the ones that called them. They wanted to talk to them, right? They want to talk to them. We can only hope it was to tell them everything they need to know, right? But I just got an update from somebody in chat. One of my favorite peoples, Diane, sent me some information here. I'm going to read another one. Since we're here, might as well, right? EastIdahoNews.com. Okay. Yeah, her poor best friend. They were so cute in their little dance TikTok videos. Adorable. Okay, 1 second, guys. I'm just bringing up another article about a sighting of them. Bear with me here. All right. I can share this screen because this website ain't toxic like the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail's horrible. I'm telling you. I don't like websites with pop-ups. It's like 2021. What are we doing with pop-ups? Okay. All right, here we go. Business owner says Gabby Petito and boyfriend made stop in Victor after visiting Wyoming. Now, if you're just showing up, we just read an article about her best friend. Her best friend says Brian hears voices. He's possessive. He once took her ID from her so she could not go out dancing, having fun. That type of guy, apparently, according to her best friend. So now let's read this one. Victor, an owner of a local shop in Victor, says Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie came into her store for nearly 20 minutes. Brian and Gabby came into Rustic Row. They told me they were traveling from Florida. They had just been to Teton Park, and they said they were interested in going to Yellowstone, and I told them they could go to West Entrance. They seemed happy, and when they left, she hollered back from the door that they were engaged, and I said, "Congratulations," the owner says. She told EastIdahoNews.com She reported it to the FBI after she saw Petito all over the news. The owner of Rustic Road said Petito and Landry spent 15 to 20 minutes in the store, and came in either on August 25th or 26th in the afternoon. According to KSL-TV, a woman and her husband says they spotted Petito and Laundry's van at Grand Teton National Park. We drove through the Tetons, and only stop we made was at Jenny Lake. Without a doubt, on my husband's life, I know for a fact that was their van. She says it was 5 p.m. on August 25th when she and her husband allegedly spotted her van in the Jenny Lake area. Officials are investigating other tips, including whether the couple visited a bar in the Ashton area. We spoke with people who said they saw the couple and spoke with them at a bar in late August. 22-year-old Petito has gained national attention. Wow, that's crazy. So more and more stories keep popping up all over the place. People see them, all this stuff. But yeah, if you're just showing up, I mean, you gotta go back to the beginning here where, I spoke about her best friend. She was supposed to call her best friend on August 29th to finalize their plans for Yellowstone. She never called. And furthermore, I did not know there was an app where you could go get yourself a best friend. That is so 2021, right? That's just really sad, Like I said, she left everything in New York, went to Florida, had nobody. Her dad, Joe, shout out to Joe, because that man went to the laundry house. If you haven't heard that story, I talked about it in my last live. He showed up there. We just found this out. Joe showed up there the day before she was reported missing, and he was involved in something that went on. Something. He is missing. Okay, I know. You guys are trying to tell me he's missing. So I got that link. Like, Diane, I know you were calling me and stuff, but the only link I got was that one. Did I read the wrong one here? So he is missing. So Brian's family went to tell the cops he's missing? Is that what you're telling me? Okay, an IG update and DM. Okay. All right, let me go over there. Hold on one second, guys. We all know I'm a little slow over here, okay? Okay. I'm sorry, Diane. That's probably what you were trying to tell me, too. If you know me, Miss Buttons galore over here. I can only handle like one thing at a time. Okay, Leon. Let's see. Ooh, you was right, you guys. Thank you for... okay, a few of you sent me this. All right. Okay. Let me bring this up here. All right, more juicy gossip that I didn't know about. Okay. Let's see. Share the screen here. All right. See, I don't have Twitter. I don't mess with Twitter. I don't like Twitter. But, I need to consider getting it again because I miss a lot of stuff, right? All right. Breaking news. So this was at 7:58. Okay. Brian Laundrie's attorney says, Brian is missing. The FBI is now trying to locate Brian and Gabby. They removed items from Brian's parents' house today to assist in the search for him. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's why they're talking. Are you serious? They didn't want to talk when they were looking. Ooh, flip a desk. AZ, don't flip a desk. Don't do it. Nope. You gotta be kidding me, you guys. These people did not want to talk about nothing when Gabby was missing, but now no one knows where Brian is. And all of a sudden, they want to talk. Are you kidding me? I know, Diane. I'm sorry. It's me. You know me. I'm over here, not paying attention. Okay, what did you miss? Okay, you missed the two things here. Gabby Petito's best friend spoke out, said Brian hears voices, he's possessive, etc. And then we watched the live stream a little while ago about the police going in and out of the laundry home with paper bags. It seemed like they were collecting evidence, and we were kind of like, asking ourselves why. We did know that Brian's parents are the one that called them, but now we know that Brian's lawyer is saying Brian is missing, okay? Brian is missing. Yep. And that's why now it all makes sense. Now that's why we understand why. Now, know what else makes sense too? Remember how the cops were kind of like letting the people chill on their lawn to yell like, "Where is Gabby?" Remember that? We were like, why are they letting them chill there? They're probably so freaking annoyed. Like, oh, now you want to help. You know, that's probably why they let those people act like maniacs out in the yard. You know what I mean? They're probably like, these freaking people. That does, guys, am I wrong for being mad? Like, I'm mad. Like, yo, you didn't want to talk before. Now you want to talk. Like, what? You know, this must be one of the frustrating parts that comes along with being law enforcement. Like, they got to be thinking to themselves, like, now you want to talk. Before, when we came here, you handed us a piece of paper with your lawyer's number, but now your son's missing. Now you want to talk, right? Ay. I don't know. So let's see here. Has the van... Yes, the van has been taken by police. It absolutely has. They have already processed it, did what they needed to do, collected what they needed to collect. Definitely. Like, the day that they reported Gabby missing on September 11th, that very same evening, later in the day, they went and took the van. So it happened, like, immediately. So they've had that van. They've been down that road. We don't know what they found, what they didn't find. They haven't told anybody yet, but we do know that they did process whatever it was that they collected. Yeah, I'm frustrating. It's so frustrating, right? Can you, imagine Gabby's parents right now? Oh my God. If I was Gabby's mother, father, I'd be like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I'm so, like, in awe right now, right? I can't even believe that this is so messed up, dude. This is messed up. I feel so bad. Okay, so I've been talking about this in the Facebook groups, right? I'm like, how do we know beyond a reasonable doubt that Brian was back in Florida on September 1st? Okay, because everybody seems really confident in saying that. Like Gabby's mother, Nicole, said, we know that Brian was back September 1st, right? And the law enforcement has confirmed it. He's been back. He was back since September 1st. How do they know that? So I started asking that in the sleuthing ass Facebook groups, because these people know everything. And somebody gave me a really good answer. And they were like, look, in our state, they even gave me a link and everything. They're like, in our state, we have cameras that record license plates, right? So if you make any kind of movement around that area, they got it on license plate. So they probably did, what any law enforcement would do, and they probably went and, ran the plate and seen if it went on the camera. I'm assuming. We still don't know, like, absolutely how they know, but that's how we know. But another thing that doesn't make sense, right? If they know, this is what's driving me nuts. This is the part that really, really drives me nuts, you guys. If they know he was back on September 1st, and you got this chick in the video I made earlier today saying, oh, I saw him on August 29th and we were far away. He either would have had to drive straight like 36 hours and not stop at all to Florida. And I find that highly unlikely. So do the family members, right? So I'm starting to wonder if maybe somebody else drove the van back while he was hitchhiking. Maybe he didn't come home. Maybe the van came home and he didn't, right? Is that a possibility? Could be. Could be. Nobody has laid eyes on him. That's the weird thing. Like, nobody, as far as I know, from everything I've seen, read, looked into, nobody has. So how long has he really been missing? Has he been... how long has he been missing? Has he been missing the whole time? Why did these people lawyer up like that then? If he was missing too, why did they go and get a lawyer and not talk? I don't know. Now I have a whole new bunch of new questions, because now I'm wondering how long he's been missing. Do you know what I mean? But his sister was interviewed, and his sister... Oh, wait a minute. Now I'm talking to myself out loud with you guys here. His sister, Cassandra, was interviewed, and she said she hadn't seen him since he got back. So that does mean that he got back, right? So he couldn't have been missing the whole time with Gabby. Okay. I don't know. So much to ponder now. So much to ponder. Like, you guys, I get fixated on certain cases, right? Like Summer Wells, I tried to dive into, but because I have a 5-year-old daughter, it literally like messed with my psyche. Like I can't even, some cases I can't, like Cash Gernon, it literally made me physically ill. Like thinking about these little kids, like, ugh. But I get fixated, right? Kind of like the Watts case and stuff. I think a lot of people still are fixated on that. But like Armchair Detective, that freaking psycho. I'm sorry if you're an Armchair Detective fan. Lord have mercy on your soul, because that dude is cooked. He's cooked. He is cooked. Like, well done kind of cooked, okay? That dude is not well. This guy, okay. Some YouTubers take subjects and they overdo it, like overkill. Armchair Detective overkills on the Watts case. He has breaking down everything to what kind of grass seed they use in their yard. I'm kidding, but he probably has. Or maybe I'm not kidding. What color paint? I mean, this guy, every day it's something new. He still talks about you can't stand Armchair Detective. Okay, good. He's just a psycho. He's crazy. He talks about the Watts case as if it just happened yesterday, and like there's so much more to uncover. And he literally drives the Watts family. Excuse me, the Rusniks. I can't even say it. The Ruseks. The Ruseks go through hell with him, okay? Because they just want him to stop, and he won't. He's all about that almighty dollar. He's got patrons, Patreons. He charges to watch certain things, and he literally pulls shit out of his ass. He is so self-absorbed that he thinks that Chris Watts talks to him like through some kind of code. Like, yo, I'm telling you right now, Armchair Detective is not well, okay? In fact, he made a post the other day in his community tab. Let me read it to you guys. I'm glad that you guys know who he is, so I'm not over here talking about somebody you don't know about. But he had a post the other day. Let me read it. In his community tab on his blue channel, because he's got colored channels because he's freaking weird. But it was a day ago. He said, well, message to all creators that are not sticking up for AD. Was he referring to himself and like it's not him writing it? Okay. Message to all creators that are not sticking up for AD. Your the next YouTube world is controlled by a victim's family and their henchmen. Good luck. You're at their mercy now. I'm gone. Right? I've read that. I'm like, I'm gone. Okay, bye. See you later. I'm gone. He ain't gone. He was there like freaking yesterday. He ain't gone. That guy ain't going nowhere. Yep. Message to all creators that are not sticking up for AD. It'd be a cold, cold day, AD, before I ever come to your rescue, because you are not well, sir. Sir, you are not well. Listen to how messed up this is. When your YouTube world is controlled by a victim's family, are you listening to yourself? Controlled by a victim's family. Yeah. What's wrong with that? These people are deceased. You're upsetting them. They want you to stop. It's gone on for far too long. Okay. What part of that this man does not understand, I do not know. I ain't plugging him. I'm trying to cancel it. Yo, there are not many people I would like to cancel on YouTube, but I wouldn't be sad if his channel was gone. I'm just going to tell you right now. I don't know how somebody like Critical K, well, I do know. I shouldn't say that. Critical K is gone, but Armchair Detective's still here. What? What planet is this? Anyways, I'm glad that you guys feel the same way, because there are a very lot of people out there who are like ride or die for him, and I just don't get it. Like, I don't get it. It's like, do you enjoy watching the same episode over and over? I mean, are you not easily stimulated? Like, what's the deal here? Why would you keep going back to him? Hello, Judge and Executioner. Why you would keep going back to AD to watch the same story over and over is beyond me, but he's a psycho. Yeah. Anyways, all right, let's read some comments. So anyways, Brian is missing, I guess, guys. If you're just tuning in, Brian Laundrie is missing. We got excited because we saw the cops at his parents' house going in with evidence bags. We thought maybe they were giving their son up, but it seems as though that they were reporting their son missing or something, and his lawyer said he's missing, and I don't really care that he's missing. I care about the fact that nobody in that house wanted to talk about shit until they wanted help with their son. And that makes me want to flip the desk, flip a desk. Anyways. Okay, Diane, thank you. This is the most intense drip of info since 9/11. I don't know about that, but I don't know about that. Hey, Jennifer. Yeah, a lot has gone on with this whole Gabby thing in the last few hours. I'm just here trying to keep up to the best of my ability. Y'all know me, okay? I'm not the quickest one over, but we'll make it work. But Gabby's friend, her bestie, spoke out. Gabby's bestie. Brian hears voices, Brian's parents and his lawyer say he's missing. And I wonder where he went. Maybe he went to go find his girl. Come get your girl, Brian. How about that? Come get your girl. Find her, Anyways, their press conference got canceled because all hell was breaking loose. There was a dude. If you haven't seen my live from a little while ago, I put timestamps in it. There is a dude with a megaphone and a MAGA hat, and he is pissed off, and he was outside of the laundry home yelling, "Where is Gabby?" It was kind of, it's not funny. Nothing about this is funny, but I told that dude, I wrote him a comment on Facebook. I was like, yeah, keep making noise. Make them uncomfortable. Make them uncomfortable. It does suck for the neighbors. I get that. I can respect that, but this is serious. The neighbors are going to have to deal with the noise for a little bit till we figure out what's going on. It just is what it is, Can we watch the MAGA guy again? Yeah, you know what? Why not, right? Screw it. Let's watch it. I'll watch it one more time before I hop off here. Because it is that kind of, he is a character. Let me go to the timestamp in my last video. Hold on. Yeah, if you haven't seen this guy, he's got a hat on that says, "Make Jonathan great again." His name is Jonathan. He's a character. Okay. All right, guys, bear with me here while I bring this video up. Okay. All right, let me share this screen here. Okay. All right. All right, let me get the timestamp.
Home to Laundry, father of Brian Laundry, and his mother lives there. All right, I'm back again in front of the Laundry's house. This home belongs to Christopher Laundry, father of Brian Laundry, and his mother lives there. As you see, there's media out here. Some media out here. So I got the bullhorn. I already gave a bunch of press conferences to the media out here. I was on my bullhorn earlier, like now.
Brian Laundry, I know you hear me. My name is Jonathan Riches. Come out and talk to authorities. Come out and talk to authorities. Gabby's family wants answers. They want to know what happened. I know you're in there, Brian, or the Laundry family. I'm out here on a public street in front of your house. The public wants answers. Authorities want answers. The FBI wants answers. Where is Gabby? Where's Gabby? I know you hear me. Where's Gabby?
So, I'm just doing my part, community activism. Gabby's still missing. Brian was the last person to see her alive. He's not talking. He lawyered up. It's disgusting.
Stop causing Gabby's family pain. Stop causing Gabby's family pain. You need to come out and cooperate with authorities. They have suffered enough. That's their daughter. They want answers. That's their daughter, Brian. Shame on you. Shame on you, Brian.
So that's how I feel. I'm out here. Small media out here. There was a few protesters out here, but I'm out here by myself.
All right, so you get the hint. So this dude does that. He posts it. He starts sharing DMs that he sent Brian. He's like, "I'm outside your house. I just want to talk respectfully." So he's sharing this. He's sharing it. Next thing you know, more people show up. More people. Then starts to get dark out, and we're watching the police go in and out of the house, and we're like secretly hoping that, oh, okay, the parents are giving the information, right? But no, they were just saying, "Hey, Brian's missing. We just found that out." So, yeah, So, where's Brian? Is he hiding? Did he really come back? He must have come back because his sister Cassandra said she hasn't seen him since he came back. That's the only thing that's keeping me from going, okay, well, maybe he never came back, right? Because nobody's laid eyes on him, and that's kind of weird, right? If it wasn't for his sister talking to the news like she did, then I'd be sitting here going, but did he even really come back, right? Because just because the car came back on September 1st or whatever, like, remember how I was telling you that people think that the cops know that because of the license plate? Well, when they capture a license plate picture, they only capture a license plate picture. Like, I get stuff in the mail when I go through Boston to New Hampshire back and forth. Like it has a picture of my license plate to pay the toll or whatever, right? You don't see me in the photo. You just see the license plate. So now I'm like wondering, okay, is that how they know? But if that's how, then how do you know who was driving it? Do you know what I'm saying? How do they know he was the one driving it back? The only thing that points to it being him is the sister saying she hasn't seen him since he got back, But it's all kind of weird. Everything's kind of unfolding right now. It's kind of weird that his lawyer said that at that time, because we were watching JB, hashtag freaking hey JB, that guy, and he didn't say nothing about Brian being missing. And the lawyer thing was from a couple hours ago, unless it's a different time zone, maybe that's why. I think Brian did it too. I really do, especially since her best friend says he hears voices, and I don't know. This is nuts. I bet you. I wonder if JB is talking about Brian being missing or whatever. Let me check it out real quick and see. Okay. Actually, I don't want to watch him again. He gets annoying. 14 minutes ago, let's read some stuff here. Let me share the screen. New York Post. I'm not a big fan of the Post, but whatever. It's the first one that came up. All right. Gabby Petito's Brian Laundrie is now also missing, his attorney says. You know what I just thought of, guys? Oh my God. What if they're just saying this so the people get out of their yard and leave them alone? Anything's possible. Maybe they want people to think that Brian is missing, right? Just thinking out loud. Who knows? Maybe he really is. I don't know. That would be filing a false report, though, because, you're lying to the police. All right, so Brian Laundrie, yep, missing. Yep, we know that. Okay. Police were called to the Laundrie's North Point, Florida home at his family's request to talk with them Friday evening as we watched. Petito has not been seen since August 30th when she was traveling the country. Yup. Okay. Laundrie returned to Florida in her van alone and has not been forthcoming to the cops about the case. Yep, we know that. Okay. Is that it? Really? That's it? Whack ass New York Post. Okay. Let's go to a different one. Let's go to a more reputable site, like I should have did from the jump. Yep, freaking pop-ups. Gotta love it. Daily Mail type shit. Okay. All right, FBI Denver says... I was talking about the tip line. Breaking. Brian Laundrie's family attorney says Laundrie's whereabouts are currently unknown. The FBI is currently removing property. That was the FBI. It didn't look like the FBI. It looked like local law enforcement. Some of these news reports are definitely not accurate. That kind of happens as news unfolds before, in real time, right? Okay. According to the Laundrie family attorney, the FBI is currently searching for both Brian and Gabby as of Friday night. Wow. He's now also... Okay, here's the weird part, you guys, right? Those news reporters, especially when we were watching JB, right? Remember how they kept saying over and over again, we have kept eyes on this house since news broke. And I believe it. Those reporters, those paparazzi, those people, they would do anything for a shot of Brian, right? So there has to be somebody watching that house at all times. And you figure law enforcement would know where Brian is at all times. I mean, whatever. Nobody saw him. Nobody. So how do we know he was ever even there? Right? His parents are just so sick of people probably being on their lawn. They're probably like, yeah, he's missing. He's probably hiding in his bed or something. Who knows, right? Some of the police had no uniforms on, though. Okay, good point, right? Good point. Exactly. How did he get away? The dude has no money. We know that to be true. He has no money. How would he get away? How? But him being possessive, not allowing Gabby to have friends, he probably don't have any friends. I mean, if I had to guess, he probably don't have many friends if he's that insecure, So I highly doubt that anybody, whether it be his friends, family friends, whatever, would want to let him hide out in their house. He has no money. So I don't know. His parents are just really, really sketch to me. Really sketch. And I'm very, 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 very annoyed that these people did not want to talk to law enforcement until their son was missing. And those people who were out in that driveway, out in that yard, out in that street protesting, they better be extra mad now, right? Oh, you didn't want to say nothing. Now you want to talk, right? Ooh, I bet you more and more and more people are going to get more and more mad because this makes me angry, you guys, right? Wasn't there a video of Gabby talking to the police saying she scratched Brian's face? She said that she grabbed him. I don't think her words were, I scratched Brian's face. I think she grabbed at him, and then when the officer asked her why, she said, I just wanted him to stop telling me to calm down, because they had a little disagreement. He locked her out of her van. Yes, her van. And she reacted, right? And he locked her out. She was in fear that he was going to leave her. So she snapped, right? She did. She definitely grabbed his arm. I don't think she said anything about the face, though. I know that the officer at one point said his eye looked swollen, but, it doesn't mean that she's the one that did that. But she definitely scratched his arm, for sure. All right, AZ. It sounded like Brian's mom loves Gabby, though, and they're all roomies. Exactly. I know, Matrix. I was saying that earlier. She knits items for Gabby. She let her live there, right? So I was hoping that she was kind of coming to her senses and cooperating and telling the police everything she knew. But now it just seems like she was just reporting her own kid. And it's so ironic because Joe, Gabby's dad, was just saying the other day, yeah, it's easy for them to stay in the background, right? Their kid ain't the one missing. Now all of a sudden, he's missing. He really is missing, right? They need to check the parents' bank accounts. Annette, I know, right? They do. I bet you, I'm telling you, something's telling me maybe mom and dad slipped her some cash and was like, run for the border, dude. Oh my God, you guys. I just thought of something. Remember how I was telling you that earlier today? Oh my God. Remember how I was telling you earlier today that one of them updated their hiking map? That's an app that people have been watching and hawking to Puerto Rico. One of their hiking apps today changed from wherever it last was. I don't know if it was Idaho, I don't know where it was. I can't remember. But today, all the web sleuths on the Facebook page, they noticed that it was changed to Puerto Rico, and they were like, why? Well, I was like, oh, Brian's probably just trying to throw everyone off. Now I'm starting to wonder, is his ass in Puerto Rico? Police just confirmed he ran. Yeah, he's missing. Is this breaking news that this just happened? Because we knew that he was missing. Let me update it here and see. Yeah, her best friend spoke out. You did miss the best friend part. The best friend spoke to the Daily Mail and said Brian hears voices and that he tried to prevent her from hanging out with Gabby. And, Gabby used to confide in her about, the struggle with Brian, yada, yada. Yeah, nothing's really changed. Brian's still missing. Yep. So here's the thing. Exactly. Everyone's like, he's missing. But is he missing or did he run? Because, there's a difference. And if you ask me, right? Maybe his parents were like, yeah, take off, run. They're like, yeah, he's missing. Get off our lawn. You know what I mean? That might be what it is. Because think about it. It's a win-win. They get to, hide their son and they get people off their lawn. Think about it, right? Think about it. Exactly. Guilty people run Beautiful Darkness. Guilty people lawyer up right away. Guilty people move exactly how Brian Laundrie is moving, and it's not good, right? But I'm telling you, I don't know, I'm starting to think the parents sitting there dwelling on this, hearing these noises, dealing with the people outside, they were probably like, I got it. Let's just give Brian some cash, get out of here. Get the people off our lawn if we report him missing. I don't know. Just saying. I know, Lily. I'm 9 times out of 10. I don't like the news. News don't report the truth. I don't like the news. I get that. I do. But we watch with our own 2 eyes. Police going in and out of there, right? And I'm assuming that they're right about him. The reports of him being missing, right? But the way they're wording it, missing. I don't know. Might just be running or missing, right? Missing or running or missing. Which one is it? But I feel like they could get people off their lawn if they say missing, right? They can arrest the parents for aiding him. Yet, if he's guilty, right now he's not guilty of nothing. He's just guilty of being a shitty human being and a shitty boyfriend, right? That's what he's guilty of. There is no there's no hardcore evidence that, he did something awful, right? So they can't get in trouble for that. Later on down the road, if it comes out that he did know something and they knew what he did, then yeah, right? But right now, I don't know. So I bet you right now what law enforcement, FBI is probably doing, they're probably going through the airport footage, right? They're probably checking all that stuff because how did he get out of that house if he even was in that house? Where has he been since the first? Nobody has seen him. Nobody's laid eyes on him. So many unanswered questions, right? He's not going to be found alive. If he is, I will be surprised. You think so? I think he's just a weak, pompous kid who probably thinks like, he'll just hide out. No, little pussies like him don't kill themselves. They don't. I'm sorry. I don't know. Anything's possible. I could be wrong. Judging by my take on him, I don't think so. I think that this is a win-win for the Laundrie family. The dirty Laundrie family gets to get people off their lawn and gets to not have to deal with the backlash if all of a sudden, and then Brian gets to take off and not deal with it, right? So all of a sudden he's missing. I know, right? I almost believe that. But God bless her parents, how they must be feeling right now, right? Can you imagine how her parents must be feeling right now? The dude, not only did he not give you any rope or any help with any information that he should have, right? But now, all of a sudden, the same people who didn't want to talk, now they're talking, but it's only in regards to their child. Yo, if I were them, I'd be lit right now. I'd be so lit. Let me tell you. This ain't even my kid, and I'm like, I can't even imagine. I can't imagine the anger that they must feel. Oh, thank you, A Nightmare on Your Street. I'm not the brightest bulb, but hey, sometimes I come up with something. Just sometimes. Oh, I like this. Crack my case. They could have just accidentally left $30,000 to, I don't know, $50,000 to get out. I know, right? No, really, they could have, though. They really could have. Yep, me too, right? Inquiz, I'm curious about the forensics in the van. Me too. We haven't heard nothing besides they processed it. They will find what they need. Trust me. There are things happening here. Oh, he is too big of a coward. I agree. I think he may suicide by cop. Maybe. Okay, so Sherry's Landscaping says, T-Spiracy, I don't think he was ever here. I think somebody met him at van, gave him money, and they drove the van back. Yo, that's definitely possible. And I think that they think he was back because they saw his license plate. Now all these little light bulbs are going off, right? But Sherry, that's a great point, right? And I had read a few people saying that in the sleuth groups, but then again, they say everything. But I did see a few people say that, yo, he ain't never been back. What are you talking about? He ain't never been back. And I'm like, how do they know that? Everybody's been saying he's been back since the first. What are they talking about? Now I'm starting to wonder. They had a cash business, a juice bar. They had cash stocked, in my opinion. Most small businesses like that do. Yep, they do. Okay, here's some good information. Nayeli Rain, thank you. His parents just said they haven't seen him since Tuesday, but just 36 hours ago, Chief Garrison said they knew where he was. I'm confused. Ooh, interesting. So one of them's lying. Right? So many things to think about now, right? I've been spending all day making this timeline, trying to get this figured. There's so many things have happened. I can't even. Let's see what JOK. In my opinion, Brian lost his cool when him and Gabby were arguing, and I believe he rage killed her. Probably called his parents, and they instructed him on what to do. I think that no matter what happened, right, his parents have definitely done everything in their power to try to protect their son. Just like Aiden Fauci's mom, who washed the blood out of the jeans on camera and turned over her own home surveillance of her washing the blood out of the jeans. Like, you do things for your kid you should not do, right? All in the name of love, right? AZ, knowing and seeing him are two different things. Yep. He technically has the right to leave. He does. That's what I'm saying. The parents probably going, oh, you know what? The lawyer too. They're probably all like, yeah, say he's missing. You do, because listen, put it this way. Let's say Brian was to take off, right? And his parents were help. I can't even talk anymore. His parents were to help him take off, right? Right? Do you really think they're gonna sit there and go, yeah, we helped him go to Puerto Rico, wherever it is. We'll say Puerto Rico. We helped him go to Puerto Rico. Yep, we did. No, they're going to be like, I don't know where he is. What do you mean? Mr. and Mrs. Dirty Laundry? You don't know where your son is? Oh, just kidding. He's missing. They can't sit there and say they don't know where he is. So if they say he's missing, they get the people off the lawn. I don't know, man. Too many things to ponder. The sheriff did say that. I know, he did say that. He absolutely did say, why would they stop following him? Did they ever even really have eyes on him? This is really frustrating, and they better do a damn press conference soon, I'm telling you. I wouldn't be surprised if there's 1 a.m. with everything that just happened, right? How are you gonna be Chief Garrison and come out there in your cool sunglasses and say, yeah, we got eyes on him, and the dude is missing? Allegedly. I don't know. If he ran and accidentally left on his location app, that'd be pretty dumb. Yeah, I highly doubt that that's it. I guarantee you his parents probably gave him a phone, prepaid, whatever. But yeah, I'm telling you right now that on that Facebook group, like I said, I'm in a million of them, or else I'd bring it up for you. I don't know which one it was, but somebody today showed 2 screenshots. The location of the hiking app, whatever it was updated to Puerto Rico, and people were like, he ran. I'm like, you don't know that. But now I'm like, oh shit, maybe he did. Yeah, burner phone, exactly. Piss and vinegar burner phone. Yep, I got 2 phones. You know what I mean? You saw that too, Crackman case? Yep. I don't know. So anyways, I came on to talk about Gabby's best friend, and lo and behold, My people inform me that Brian's gone. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, so Pink Flamingo says, but Puerto Rico wouldn't be a good place to go. 1, it's small. 2, it's an American territory. He would go to Mexico where it would be easier to hide and maybe not get extradited. That would make more sense, right? Plus, if he did go to Puerto Rico, I highly doubt he would update his hiking app to Puerto Rico. He would want to throw people off, kind of like he already did with the Yosemite thing, right? But we don't know if that was Gabby's uncle misspeaking on Yosemite or if that's what, quote, Gabby really sent her mother as her not having service in Yosemite, you know? Dirty laundry. Dirty ass laundry. Yeah. Dirty laundry. What the laundries just did was mad dirty, yo. They only cared about their own kid, not Gabby. And that's messed up on a million different levels. And I really feel the more things that happen, the more I feel bad for Gabby's parents, right? What a smack in the face that is. Okay, now there are multiple reports that Brian Laundrie is missing. FBI was at the Laundrie home to speak with his parents, looking for clues as to where he might be. Ironically, we asked police today if they knew where he was. A spokesperson was confident he was in Northport, right? That's what that tweet says right there. Spokesperson was confident. Yo, they dropped the ball on that. Yep. So they've been saying, oh, yeah, we know where he is. So they have to give a press conference now. That's probably why they never did the press conference. They're like, how am I going to go out there in front of all these people and say, I don't know where he is? I just told them I did know where he was. That's probably another reason why they didn't do the press conference, right? How are you going to go out there and explain that? You've been telling people, yeah, we know where he is. No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, how disappointing, man. How disappointing this is. Yeah, true. Pink Flamingo's right, Diane. Yeah, lots of people go to Mexico, right? Cuba. Who knows? That little punk. Oh, I bet you they are, Leah Ellis. They need to be checking every board, every plane, every train, every automobile, planes, trains, automobiles. Check them all, right? For real. For real. And here's the thing. His parents, let's say they did help him, right? I highly doubt like he just left, okay? He probably didn't just leave. He's probably been gone for a long time. They're like, all right, now these people are getting a little too close to our house. Let's just let them know we don't know where he is. He's missing. Ugh, makes me so mad. They literally let him get away. I know, right? It's literally what they did. I don't know what they're going to say at this press conference. Oh, we thought we knew where he was, but just kidding, we didn't. This is a huge case. This case has national attention. Think about all the states that these two have touched, right? Idaho, Wyoming, they got the FBI. And not only that, when you go to a national park, the national park has their own rules, their own court system, their own freaking police. I didn't even really realize that until all this happened. I mean, I've heard of it before, but I've never really thought much about it. But yeah, national parks have their own policing and stuff. And everybody, I wasn't going to talk about this because I think it's just too much of a conspiracy theory, even though I enjoy conspiracy theories. But I guess out there is a place called the dead zone, quote unquote, the dead zone, where there's a 50-mile radius, okay? There exists a 50-mile radius where if you were, let's say you were to kill somebody, right? You would have, their law says where they are on the national park land. They have their own laws, and it says if their crime happens, they have to be tried by a jury of their peers from where the incident occurred, right? But nobody lives in this 50-mile radius, so there would be no peers to sit on trial. Therefore, people are under the impression this is a loophole and you could get away with murder, and they're like, oh my God, that's where they went. Brian took her there so he could get away with murder, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that sounds ludicrous. But I started looking into it, and I swear, there really is a place where there is a loophole where you have to go on trial, but there's nobody from that area to go on to sit as a jury. They have no jury. So what would they do? Luckily, this has never happened, right? There's never been an incident where something awful did happen and there was no jury, right? So there has been a guy trying to warn people from our government, you guys need to fix this loophole. There is a serious loophole. Oh, it came up in the Daybell case. I stopped following the Daybell case because it, I don't know, wore on me, and people think I'm like up to date with it, and I'm not. So, okay, it's good to know that a lot of people know what I'm talking about. That makes me feel a little better. But this is my second phone. I don't got 2 phones, okay? Maybe I used to have 2 phones. I did. I used to, okay? But I don't today. We do recover. We do recover, you know what I'm saying? I don't have 2 phones anymore, but yeah, international attention, basically what I'm trying to say. Yeah, in a roundabout way, because, you know, I'm pretty roundabout. Just call me AZ Roundabout. But yeah, there really is a loophole. It's crazy. In my opinion, yeah, I know, right? I'm watching this back because I was late. Puerto Rico is part of the USA. Yeah. No, the reason why people are saying that, Naomi, I can't even talk. Naomi, people are saying that because he had an app update today, allegedly from his hiking thing that said Puerto Rico. That's why. A beeper, I know, right? Remember beepers, you guys? Is anybody in here, like, you guys remember beepers? Remember how cool? Yo, I used to have a beeper that was clear blue. Like, you could see the stuff inside, like the electrical stuff. It was clear blue, but I put it on my jeans, on my belt loop at the mall. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would lift my shirt up, like, right over the beeper thing so everybody could see my cool beeper, right? And then I get to a payphone, you know, and hit back my beeper people. I don't even remember how we used to beep somebody. I don't even remember the process. Like, it wasn't a phone number, right? Was it a shorter phone number? I can't even remember. That's how old we're getting here. Geesh. I don't even remember. Anyways, yeah, pray for Gabby. Because that's the moral of the story, yeah. Oh, yeah, the upside down. Yup. 4-3. Yup. 413. 413. Following the case here in the Wales, UK. Well, welcome, Mel Morgan. It was only $5 a month to use my beeper. Wow. That's crazy. Used to sell pagers. Yep. I feel like they weren't around for like that long though. I don't know. Maybe I was just mad young, but I don't really remember them being around for forever. Stina Marie says, I had a clear blue one too. Oh shoot. And did you play Snake on your Nokia phone too? Your Brokia phone? Anyways, all right, I'm just gonna give a little refresher here before I end this because I'm just veering off subject here. AZ, maybe he doesn't even know that Puerto Rico is U.S. territory. Judging by this character, he probably doesn't, right? But I'm sure mommy and daddy let him know, hey, you know what? You know, you can't run there because it's part of our country. Okay, you call the number and then enter the numbers for messages. I remember that, but like I feel like it was a short number to actually get to the pager thing. I honestly don't remember. You're probably right. I don't even know. A Nokia 5150, right? I had clear purple and blue. Ooh, purple and blue is my favorite. Okay, let me give the update here. All right, because I'm veering off subject and I'll get too far. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Crack My Case. Thanks for coming. Okay. So if you're new here, if you're just joining, I am AZ. I usually talk about subjects, no matter what it is that I am passionate about. Sometimes it's ratchet people named Katie Joy. Sometimes it's missing people named Gabby. You just never know what you're gonna get from me. Either way, you know, I say what I mean what I say. Sometimes I upset people, and that's okay. Because you know what? As long as I sleep at night, I really don't care. So, if you are new here and you own your nasty, you can hit the subscribe button if you want. That would be really cool. You can hit the like button if you want. That'd be cool too. Or the dislike button. You know, I've gotten canceled a couple times. I've been doxxed. You know, there's lots of people. You can hit the dislike. It don't matter. It's good for the algorithm. It's okay. Okay. So if you're new, let me tell you what we came in here to talk about. We came in here to talk about how Gabby's best friend, who met her on an app where you can meet best friends. Didn't know that, but now I do. There is an app where you can meet best friends. This girl looks like her. Her name's Rose. They became friends. Rose used to go to her house as in Brian's house with Brian's parents, and they hung out. And then one night they were going to go out dancing, right? Like young girls do. They were going to go out to the bar dancing. And guess what? Brian didn't want them to go out. Brian, being the jealous prick that he is, he took her license. He took Gabby's license. And he's like, not today. Not today, Gabby. You're not going dancing. Nope, not today. Took it from her, okay? Wouldn't let her go. She couldn't go. Put it that way. She couldn't go. She didn't have her license. So that happened. And then Gabby started to tell Rose, Brian hears voices. He hears voices. He doesn't sleep at night. Something's not right? So she started to confide in her. Then, like young best friend girlies do, they had each other's locations on, right? I know even with Snapchat, you can leave your location on. Your friends can see where you are, whatever. So they had their locations on so they could see where each other was, right? Well, Brian found out about that, and he was like, nope, not today. He made her get rid of that. So Rose lost track of where Gabby was because her location thing wasn't on anymore. The police are getting ready to give a statement. Oh, okay. All right, then. Guy, the police are calling him now. Oh, that guy? Okay. Okay, hold on. All right, hold on. I'm going to unmute myself for a second because I'm going to grab a drink. 1 second. All right, guys. I'm trying to find a good. Thank you for your patience, by the way. I'm trying to find. Can somebody share a link for me real quick? Because I literally can't even find it right now. I just walked in from getting a drink. What? Who? All right. Who's giving? What are you guys watching here? What should we watch? Let's see. Is that dude even live? Hey, JP. Is he still alive or did he go down? Let's see. Okay. Yo, so many people are mad. So many people are mad that they let him get away. Oh my God. I just hopped on social media. Oh my God. People are bugging out. They are like, how could you do this? How could you let him get away? And I feel the same way, right? How could you let him get away like this? This is crazy. Oh my God. I feel so bad. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to find it. Was it WFLA he was from? I can't even remember. Something like that. Okay, it is WFLA. All right, thanks, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go now. WFLA. Thank you very much. I was trying to think if it was WFLA or not. JP. I hear JP on YouTube, but I never know what channel it actually is, because I'm not like WFLA is not from around where I am, so like I have a hard time remembering it. Okay, let's see. Oh. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to share my screen here. Thanks for your patience. Appreciate it.
Sir, can you confirm at this time that you do not know where Brian Laundrie is located?
That is right.
And at this stage, Josh, can you paint a picture as to exactly what happened here and when you lost track of where
1 second. I'm
Brian
sharing the
Laundrie
audio. Hold on.
Sure. So
Okay.
the information that we were given is that Brian was in the home there on the street. Brian is not wanted for a crime. You do not track residents. You wouldn't put, any type of device on him or anything like that. He can go to the store. He can go wherever he wants. We have been trying to contact his family and him for the last 6 days, as this nation has waited for an answer for where Gabby is. His family attorney contacted us this evening, saying that the family wanted to speak with us for the first time and wanted to tell us that they are concerned that they have not seen Brian. We arrived to a media circuit out in front of that home, and we are conducting that investigation into the credibility on where Brian is and what his family is telling us.
Oh, the credibility.
Now, that's what we know. And we've been listening to media outlets, and there seems to be some sort of insinuation that we were not truthful about anything in this case. And I don't even have to ask about what it is, because I can tell you that that is not the case. This is not a black eye to the Northport Police Department. The men and women of this police department have been busting their ass to find an answer. Anyone who would say different doesn't know what the hell is going on.
We understand that this is a complicated case, Josh. And again, for those of you just joining us, I'm the comments that we're talking about earlier. And Josh, I just want this to be known here. This is a part of my job here is to explain how people are feeling out there based on some of the comments that are coming through on social media. And tonight there have been some people that have been extremely critical of the Northport Police Department and of the FBI, really of law enforcement here in Florida. I really, first and foremost, I appreciate you joining me here to kind of just explain with where we are. And again, a lot of comments out there that are very, very critical of how everyone in the world has.
You might be surprised that Facebook comments don't really do a whole lot for the facts in just about any situation in life.
But Josh, it's not just the Facebook comments. You had people out here outside of the home screaming at law enforcement
Josh is
all
big
night.
mad,
So this
you
is
guys.
not just one of those stories that's just on people pounding keyboards.
Look, I get it. I know that people are passionate, but I don't know who the hell goes out to a house to scream at a family when we're in the middle of an investigation that could result in the death of a little girl. So I got some questions about them as well. But at the end, the focus in this case is about finding Gabby. I can tell you that we're doing everything that we can. Anybody who knows where she's at, and now anybody who knows where Brian's at, please give us a call, 1-800-CALL-FBI.
Oh, he don't want to talk about it no more.
What were we doing for Brian? We'll deal with Brian. We will deal with him. We have to find Gabby.
I want to ask this question on behalf of our WFLA News Channel 8 team here, Josh. Did the family call Northport Police and say that they haven't seen Brian since Tuesday? And if so, what time frame on Tuesday? When is the last time the parents saw Brian based on what we know here tonight?
Well, you're right. And I appreciate that question. I don't know that we're going to be breaking that news right here
The detectives have been back, police departments in that location for 45 minutes. We're going to get together. We're going to figure out the details. We'll work every ounce of it. There is no stone left unturned in this case. And we'll have that information. Believe me, we are as transparent of a law enforcement agency that there is on this planet.
You said you were watching them. What do you mean you're
as soon as we can get
transparent?
something out that we think will help find answers in this case, there's obviously things that we know about that we're not just running right out to whoever to explain and give some of those details out. We have to hold back some of that information, but we try to get it out as quickly as we can, as accurately as we can, in order to help. The final goal here is to find Abby, and if we need to make somebody pay for what they've done, we'll do that too.
Josh, it was 5 minutes before you called in here. And again, Josh Taylor, everybody with the Northport Police Department joining us here on WFLA Now to address all the folks that are joining us here regarding Brian Laundrie's disappearance. I was saying here that I have high confidence in law enforcement here in Florida. I have high confidence from federal, state, local authorities that you're going to track down Brian, that you're going to do everything at your disposal and use every tool and means necessary that you can to track down Brian Laundrie. But my question is, when you do track down Brian Laundrie, what next? What legally is the next step? Because does anything change if you can track down Brian now? At where we were last, he was a person of interest. You could not arrest him or charge him with any crime. So if later on tonight, if you were able to, with 100% certainty, track down where Brian is tonight, what can you do from that point forward?
If we track Brian home, his parents have reported him missing. If we find Brian this evening and pick him up, we're going to drop him back off at his parents' house. We'll attempt to talk to him about this case. He has the Fifth Amendment right. The Constitution, we don't rewrite it here in Northport. So we'll go through that, and we will make it an opportunity again for him to talk. We'll find, at the end of the day, we're going to find the answers in this case. We're going to find Gabby, and we're going to find whoever hurt her.
Josh, again, I want to just kind of speak to again some of the commentary that is out there, and again, part of my job here, I want to make this clear for all of our audience.
In all due respect, we love our community and we appreciate their input. But right now, unless they have a tip to help us find Gabby, I don't care their opinion on this issue. We are trying to get you have some info or don't. All right. And look, I appreciate you putting me on.
Yeah, and I just want to let you know again, because this is a story that has grabbed the attention of countless people across the country, that again, it's about giving voice to those people that are clearly frustrated with where we are, and that Brian hasn't given his side of the story, and now we don't even know where Brian is. So I just want to again point this out, that it's my job here to give voice to those who are watching here now. It's what I do here as far as representing them. And I know that your job is, of course, to solve crime and to find Gabby Petito and to bring this to a resolution here. But what do you say for all the commenters here that want there to be progress here in this case? I understand that this is one of the most complicated cases, that I've covered, and I'm sure it's been complicated for your office here. But what do you say to all those people out there that are just wanting Gabby to be found and want there to be a resolution to this story that we can all get behind?
Well, if it's any solace, we have every tool known to man in law enforcement at our disposal. We're working with the FBI, multiple locations, and we'll get answers. It's obviously very complicated. We have a huge potential for possibilities in this case. And we want to make sure we get it right, because we need to find Gabby, or if something happened to her, we need to make sure that whoever did it pays for it. So sometimes that slows the process. Not a bunch of cowboys. We're not going to go up in there and start breaking the Constitution and doing all sorts of things. We have to make sure that all of this holds up in court as well. So I appreciate you putting me on. I've got to run. I've got a billion other news outlets are trying to reach me. We give time to you. We really appreciate you. But again, one thing that I just want to leave you with.
Just one question. Yeah, I'm sorry, Josh. Continue. Yeah, there was just one follow-up question that's really important that I just wanted to ask, but please continue.
No, I was just going to say that we are a truthful, honest police department, and that's the bottom line. I'll answer that question.
So why didn't you?
I understand, and you being on call here with us when we have a lot of commentary, of course, online that is extraordinarily critical. It speaks to the character of your police department, and it means a lot that you're calling in. And I just, again, professionally and personally, I'm just passing that along here to you. My final question here for you: are Brian Laundrie's parents cooperating fully with where you are in this investigation?
I think right now, at the moment, what I'm comfortable with saying is they're cooperating now in the search for their son. So we will do that. He is a resident of Northport, and they are residents of Northport, and we will do our job, and we'll see where that takes us. Thank you.
I think I speak, Josh, for all of us here at WFLA and all of our commenters, wishing you the very best and good luck as you continue making progress here in this investigation. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you for getting the word out. Bye-bye.
All right. Josh Taylor, everybody with Northport Police. We appreciate having Josh on here and calling in here, everybody. So Josh, let's just talk about this. Josh was referencing some of the comments that I made earlier. He brought up the comment of this being a black eye for the Northport Police Department. And again, part of my job here, and I want to make this perfectly clear for our audience here, is to give voice to those of you who are commenting here. We've had a staggering volume of commentary here tonight. And in this latest development here, we've had, of course, commentary that has been very critical towards law enforcement. And while this isn't necessarily the development that shines a positive light on law enforcement here, Josh brings up some excellent points here as far as of right now, he's not being charged with a crime. It's within his legal rights to move from place to place. It is. And we talked earlier on stream that Brian Laundrie, if he wanted to, he could book a flight right now and go somewhere. He could. It's his legal right to. So this is something that that Brian Laundrie being missing, looking from the outside in, it certainly doesn't bode well for this case. But at the same time, Josh brings up an excellent point here. And again, a big thank you to Josh for wanting to be part of this conversation here and being part of the commentary that's going on here, because that's how we actually get a better understanding as to news stories and how they develop, and as far as the questions that we can ask and the answers that we can receive. Josh coming on here allows us to, even though the commentary has been critical, and I shoulder responsibility as far as relaying some of that critical commentary here on stream on behalf of you, our viewers at home. Josh is pleading for anything and everything to get Gabby returned home safely. And we are all behind that. And if Josh has seen any of our previous streams here, every stream has been done with the intention of sharing out this story to increase exposure and increase the chance that Gabby is found safe and sound. We're not at that conclusion right now. But Northport Police are part of the solution, not the problem. And make no mistake about it. And Josh Taylor coming on here to speak with us is indication that he wants to be part of the solution.
All right, I want to hear what the cop
a solution
said again.
that we can all get behind.
Let's
so again, a big thank you to Josh Taylor for calling in.
All right, I missed the beginning part of what the officer said. Right, JP actually did a really good job. I like how he handled that. I liked how he applied pressure, but not too much. He remained professional. A little while ago, I was ragging on JB for his hashtag HeyJB, because he always says it and it gets annoying. But I'm kind of impressed with the way he just dealt with that. Give respect where it's due. But that was a good job. All right, so let's start from where the officer sounded frustrated, didn't he? And I feel like he feels like his back's against the wall, and it should be, because he just reassured his public that they had eyes on Brian. And guess what? Brian's gone. So, I understand he feels a little silly right now, but Gabby's parents are probably devastated, as if they haven't been through enough. Now these people want to talk. Anyways, let's play it. I'll keep talking. Let's go.
Dramatically makes 1 second. You know how hard it is to escape authorities when they know where you are? When you have the federal.
Do you know how hard it is to escape authorities when they know where you are? Right.
Bureau of investigation on you. You have multiple agencies, the feds, you have your local police on top of you, and they know exactly where you are. And in today's day and age where we have a million ways to track somebody's whereabouts, going to be people that are going to discard that. Oh, his mental state. What about Gabby? Well, that's exactly the point that I'm getting at, is that, and I'm really, our commenters are getting at, because I'm reading them here. He is the key to unlocking Gabby's whereabouts. So his mental state is crucial right now. Brian is at the center of all this. And if you don't find Brian, maybe you don't find Gabby. So his mental state right now is key. And it's oh man, see here again, Donna Chang here just a moment ago in our Facebook Live comment section, #AJB. Then that law needs to change. He was the last person to see her. He's a person of interest. What can you do? That's totally. A major turn of events in the search for Gabby Petito.
Sorry, guys, I'm trying to find the beginning of the call when he called in.
Brian Laundrie,
so I keep hitting fast forward real quick. I'm sorry.
Of course, our sister station,
Give me
Pix
a
11 in
second.
New York, as confirmed by WFLA.com through the attorney of Brian Laundrie. Joining us here on the phone here, folks, is Northport Police spokesperson Josh Taylor. You've been seeing Josh on many press conferences. It's been a long week, of course, for the Northport Police Department. Josh, first and foremost, let's just get to the latest here. Can you confirm at this time that you do not know where Brian Laundrie is located?
That is it.
And at this stage, Josh, can you paint a picture as to exactly what happened here and when you lost track of where Brian Laundrie was located?
Sure. So the information that we were given is that Brian was in the home there on the street. Brian is not wanted for a crime. He did not track residents. He wouldn't put, any type of device on him or anything like that. He can go to the store. He can go wherever he'd like. We have been trying to contact his family and him for the last 6 days, as this nation has waited for an answer for where Gabby's at. His family attorney contacted us this evening, saying that the family wanted to speak with us for the first time and wanted to tell us that they are concerned that they have not seen Brian. We arrived to a media circuit out in front of that home, and we are conducting that investigation into the credibility on where Brian is and what his family is telling us. Now, that's what we know. And we've been listening to media outlets, and there seems to be some sort of insinuation that we were not truthful about anything in this case. And I don't even have to ask about what it is, because I can tell you that that is not the case. This is not a black eye to the Northport Police Department. The men and women of this police department have been busting their ass to find an answer. Anyone who would say different doesn't know what the hell is going on.
We understand that this is a complicated case, Josh. And again, for those of you just joining us, I'm the comments that we're talking about earlier. And Josh, I just want this to be known here. This is a part of my job here is to explain how people are feeling out there based on some of the comments that are coming through on social media. And tonight there have been some people that have been extremely critical of the Northport Police Department and of the FBI, really of law enforcement here in Florida. I really, first and foremost, I appreciate you joining me here to kind of just explain with where we are. And again, a lot of comments out there that are very, very critical of how everyone in the world has.
You might be surprised that Facebook comments don't really do a whole lot for the facts in just about any situation in life.
But Josh, it's not just the Facebook comments. You had people out here outside of the home screaming at law enforcement all night. So this is not just one of those stories that's just on people pounding keyboards.
But I get it. I know that people are passionate, but I don't know who the hell goes out to a house to scream at a family when we're in the middle of an investigation that could result in the death of a little girl. So
wow. Let me pause that. Right. Did you just hear what he said? Did you just hear what Josh Taylor said from the Northport Police Department of Florida? The same guy who said they had eyes on Brian and now Brian's missing. He just said, I don't know what kind of people stand outside on people's property and make noises. I mean, I have some questions for them. Dude, are you serious? Are you kidding me? People are angry that this family is not speaking up. Okay? And then the dude has the audacity to say, yo, I'm mad. I'm mad. Yo, if I was Officer Taylor, I would show up there like, oh, now you want our help, right? Now you want to talk, right? Where's your little piece of paper with your lawyer number on it now? Where's it at, huh? Okay. Wow. They dropped the ball. They're embarrassed. He's getting defensive. And in a second, you're going to see JB hand it to him. He's going to hand him his own penis, right? Let's go. He's going to be like, well.
But at the end, the focus in this case is about finding Gabby. Some questions about them as well. Men and women of this police department have been busting their ass. Find an answer. Anyone who would say different doesn't know what the hell is going on.
We understand that this is a complicated case, Josh. And again, for those of you just joining us, I'm the comments that we're talking about earlier. And Josh, I just want this to be known here. This is a part of my job here is to explain how people are feeling out there based on some of the comments that are coming through on social media. And tonight there have been some people that have been extremely critical of the Northport Police Department and of the FBI, really of law enforcement here in Florida. I really, first and foremost, I appreciate you joining me here to kind of just explain with where we are. And again, a lot of comments out there that are very, very critical of how everyone in the world has.
You might be surprised that Facebook comments don't really do a whole lot for the facts in just about any situation in life.
But Josh, it's not just the Facebook comments. You had people out here outside of the home screaming at law enforcement all night. So this is not just one of those stories that's just on people pounding keyboards.
But I get it. I know that people are passionate, but I don't know who the hell goes out to a house to scream at a family when we're in the middle of an investigation that could result in the death of a little girl. So I got some questions about them as well. But again, the focus in this case is about.
Yo, why does that make me so mad that he has a problem with people standing outside of the laundry house, the dirty laundry house, saying, where is Gabby? Why is he getting all sassy? Like, oh yeah, I got some questions I'd like to ask them. Yo, how about you shut up and say sorry that you told everybody Gabby's parents, okay, we're probably under the impression that you had eyes on Brian and now he's gone. You look like the dickbag. You look worse than the people on Facebook. Okay? Okay, sir? Oh, it makes me so mad. Listen, I know he's stressed out. I know he probably feels foolish. I get that, right? But this isn't like, whoopsie, this ain't a little AZ mistake here. Like, whoopsie, push the wrong button. No, you're dealing with lives. Like, I can't help but feel bad for Gabby's parents right now. Oh my God. The guy talking like the lawyer is the cop. For real. Right? For real. So, all right, let's just play the rest of that real quick. I just had to stop that again and play that again because I'm like, did I even hear that right? All right, let's go on. You want to talk about the Fifth Amendment right of Brian? What about the rights of the people protesting out there that are angry? How about that, huh?
Finding Gabby. I can tell you that we're doing everything that we can. Anybody who knows where she's at, and now anybody who knows where Brian's at, please give us a call, 1-800-CALL-FBI. That's the focus. Focus isn't on what were we doing for Brian. We'll deal with Brian. We will deal with him. We have to find Gabby.
I want to ask this question on behalf of our WFLA News Channel 8 team here, Josh. Did the family call Northport Police and say that they haven't seen Brian since Tuesday? And if so, what time frame on Tuesday? When is the last time the parents saw Brian based on what we know here tonight?
Well, you're right. And I appreciate that question. I don't know that we're going to be breaking that news right here. The detectives have been back, police departments in that location for 45 minutes. We're going to get together. We're going to figure out the details. We'll work every ounce of it. There's no stone left unturned in this case.
And another thing, right? Like, you got these people outside the house. They've been hawking that house. They've been watching. They've been waiting for Brian. If Brian were to come out, they'd probably know about it before you do. Okay? They probably have a better idea of what goes on, what's been going on around that house, who's been coming and going than you do, obviously, sir. So relax with your little attitude, okay?
And we'll have that information. We believe me, we are as transparent of a law enforcement agency that there is on this planet. And as soon as we can get something out that we think will help find answers in this case, there's obviously things that we know about that we're not just running right out to whoever to explain and give some of those details out. We have to hold back some of that information, but we try to get it out as quickly as we can, as accurately as we can, in order to help. The final goal here is to find Abby, and if we need to make somebody pay for what they've done, we'll do that too.
Josh, it was 5 minutes before you called in here. And again, Josh Taylor, everybody with the Northport Police Department joining us here on WFLA Now to address all the folks that are joining us here regarding Brian Laundrie's disappearance. I was saying here that I have high confidence in law enforcement here in Florida. I have high confidence from federal, state, local authorities that you're going to track down Brian, that you're going to do everything at your disposal and use every tool and means necessary that you can to track down Brian Laundrie. But my question is, when you do track down Brian Laundrie, what next? What legally is the next step? Because does anything change if you can track down Brian now? At where we were last, he was a person of interest. You could not arrest him or charge him with any crime. So if later on tonight, if you were able to, with 100% certainty, track down where Brian is tonight, what can you do from that point forward?
If we track Brian home, his parents have reported him missing. If we find Brian this evening and pick him up, we're going to drop him back off at his parents' house. We'll attempt to talk to him about this case. He has the Fifth Amendment right. The Constitution, we don't rewrite it here in Northport. So we'll go through that, and we will make it an opportunity again for him to talk. We'll find, at the end of the day, we're going to find the answers in this case. We're going to find Gabby, and we're going to find whoever hurt her.
Josh, again, I want to just kind of speak to again some of the commentary that is out there, and again, part of my job here, I want to make this clear for all of our audience.
In all due respect, we love our community and we appreciate their input. But right now, unless they have a tip to help us find Gabby, I don't care their opinion on this issue. We are trying to get you. Do you have some info or don't? All right. And look, I appreciate you putting me on.
Yeah, and I just wanted to let you know again, because this is a story that has that has grabbed the attention of countless people across the country. That, again, it's about giving voice to those people that are clearly frustrated with where we are, and that Brian hasn't given his side of the story, and now we don't even know where Brian is. So I just want to, again, point this out, that it's my job here to give voice to those who are watching here now. It's what I do here as far as representing them. And I know that your job is, of course, to solve crime and to find Gabby Petito and to bring this to a resolution here. But what do you say for all the commenters here that want there to be progress here in this case? I understand that this is one of the most complicated cases, that I've covered, and I'm sure it's been complicated for your office here. But what do you say to all those people out there that are just wanting Gabby to be found and want there to be a resolution to this story that we can all get behind?
Well, if it's any solace, we have every tool known to man in law enforcement at our disposal. We're working with the FBI, multiple locations, and we'll get answers. It's obviously very complicated. We have a huge potential for possibilities in this case. And we want to make sure we get it right, because we need to find Gabby, or if something happened to her, we need to make sure that whoever did it pays for it. So sometimes that slows the process. Not a bunch of cowboys. We're not going to go up in there and start breaking the Constitution and doing all sorts of things. We have to make sure that all of this holds up in court as well. So I appreciate you putting me on. I've got to run. I've got a billion other news outlets that are trying to reach me. We give time to you. We really appreciate you. But again,
he ain't a cowboy. Yeehaw. Anyways, wow. What do you guys think of that, huh? So this is the guy that this police department chooses to, be the spokesperson, be the voice, right? Be the voice. But he made a couple comments that just rubbed me the wrong way. I'm a salty biatch. We all know that, but, and I liked him the other day when he gave his little speech. He was out there with his sunglasses. He was being real cool. But now he's got to understand, as far as I'm concerned, he owes the public, not only the public, especially Gabby's family, an apology, right? If you're going to say you have eyes on the dude, you know where he is. Can you imagine that? Her parents must be like, are you kidding? Talk about having your heart ripped out. Not only is your girl missing, but, the boyfriend won't help. And now you're telling me you don't even know where he is? It was bad enough when we knew he wasn't talking. Now you don't even know where he is? Oh, flip a desk. Yeah, he sound pissed about Comfort Doll, exactly. He sound pissed about being called out. What up, Comfort Doll? I know you from the true crime. Not the true crime, the auditing community from Massel Report. Hello. Easy at this point, all we can do is tell us what we want to hear. You know what, Matrix, you're right. And that's what the news does. Anyways, that's what, police officers, they're not going to tell us everything they know. They're definitely not going to come here and say sorry. That's for sure. I don't know why I'm expecting him to be like, hey, we messed up, because that's not going to happen. But it is what it is. And I'm just really, I thought tomorrow they would say something. I'm surprised that he came out tonight and said something. I'll give him that much, because, he's on the hot seat right now. But just so disappointing, right? The most infuriating part about all this, the Dirty Laundry family called the same offices that they turned away to help them with their kid, right? Nope. Here, take this paper. Call my lawyer. Oh, Gabby, yeah, no, we don't know her. Take this paper. Here, talk to our lawyer. Oh, wait a minute. Come back. Our son's missing. Wow. I would have had a hard time showing up in there acting like I wanted to help them find their kid. Ooh-wee. I would have been like, oh, okay. And like I said, can't help but thank Gabby's parents. I really can't. And Gabby, I mean, the center of all this is beautiful girl is missing. We don't know why, when, who, what, where. It's infuriating. And Roddy Mom said, I wish that every, missing person case got this much attention. And in a perfect world, me too. Me too, girl. Me too. Like I told you guys before, I get sucked in on these cases. I fixate. I obsess. I just get too far in, right? And it has to be like the perfect kind of storm for me to get that way. Like with kids, I can't get too deep in because it messes with my head and it's just not healthy. But this one, just how weird it is and how they documented their every move, and there's just so much that goes on, right? They don't want their son found. Thank you, Matrix. What a way to say it, right? They don't want their son found. I know. Amen. Get it, amen. For real. They don't. They don't. They want the people off their lawn, right? And they want their son to hide out. And the only way to do that is be like, yeah, he's missing. He ain't here. We don't know where he is. Sorry, can't help you. All right. Well, I said I'd come back if there was some more breaking news. I thought it was just Gabby's bestie said something, but no. We don't know where Brian is now. So anyways, if anything else major happens, I'll probably be hold on, I'm just reading the comments. These parents are something else. I guess Brian's sister said she hadn't seen him since Gabby disappeared. I see, Jennifer, I thought she said since he got back. I thought that was what she said, but you might be right. I'm not 100% on that, but that's just what I thought I heard. But JOK says the public needs to keep putting pressure on this case. This would be the first time the police botched an investigation. The Ramsey case, Brian's family is Brian's family connected to the police department? Oh, ain't that something, right? I'm gonna go with I doubt it, because they're from New York, right? They haven't lived in Florida for that long, I don't think. Maybe since like I said, don't quote me, but I think I heard, the late 2000s, maybe 17, 18, 19, somewhere around there, right? Brian graduated the same high school that Gabby did, and Gabby graduated in 2017, right? So unless his parents moved there without him, I mean, you do the math. But they haven't lived there their whole life, so I highly doubt they have like roots in this community with the police, whatever. So I think the police just feel silly, But you're right. They bought shit. People make mistakes. People screw up. But whoa, wouldn't want to be Josh Taylor right today. Nope. Oh, man. Yes, you caught that too. Okay, Tanner said, and someone else said this too. He caught himself saying homicide investigation, right? When he criticizes the people at the house, then he changes investigation that could result in the death of a young girl. Yep, I saw a couple of you say that, and I think he definitely slipped up on that. And all the body language freaks out there like myself are probably going to be digging into that later, But anyways, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. And I'll probably be back on tomorrow if anything changes. But just keep Brian. Oh my God. Rewind. Keep Gabby in your prayers. And thanks for showing up. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that bell in case I go live again if there's a crazy update. Whatever it may be. But talk to you guys in a little bit. All right? Bye.